As students progress, they need to learn how to play slow, long, sustained bow strokes at different tempos and dynamics. An effective exercise for learning to control the speed of a sustained bow stroke is to play the slurred staccato countdown exercise, but with sustained bows, either using a metronome or by having students count externally or internally. A common issue for students is to move the bow too fast at the beginning of a long sustained bow stroke, which leaves too little bow to finish the note, resulting in an unintended diminuendo. Teach students to save the bow and ask them to mark their parts with the word save or a money symbol like a dollar sign, as a reminder to save for their future. Learning to draw the bow slowly with a quality tone while manipulating dynamics can be very helpful for exploring the three bowing variables. Move closer to the bridge and fingerboard while adjusting weight and speed to discover dynamic and tonal possibilities. As the bow stroke becomes more refined, the bow should not travel on a flat plane in a static back and forth motion. Rather, the angle will change slightly from down bow to up bow, and the shape traced by the bow hand will be an ellipse. Sustained legato bow strokes are an excellent way to practice this technique. A goal for playing long legato lines is to be able to change the bow direction with no audible break in the sound. This spun sound requires anticipating the bow change in the arm, the wrist, and fingers. The wrist and fingers act like a spring and change directions before the bow. The variables of the bow must be completely controlled. Change the direction of the fingers prior to the bow changing direction in order to absorb the bow change. The bow weighs more at the frog than at the tip, therefore it has a natural tendency to produce a diminuendo on a down bow and a crescendo on an up bow when drawing full bows from frog to tip and back. As students progress, they need to learn how to overcome this tendency by learning to crescendo while playing down bows and to diminuendo when playing up bows. Once students have learned to use weight, speed, and contact point to control their dynamics, regardless of bow direction, They can learn how to control dynamics within a single bow stroke, for example, making a crescendo and a diminuendo in a single down bow. A dynamic indication that commonly occurs is the forte-piano, where a loud burst of tone is followed by a rapid diminuendo and sustained soft tone. Sometimes composers add a heavy accent at the beginning of the note using a sforzando marking, followed by a piano or pianissimo marking. If the piano note following the initial forte is long, the player needs to be careful not to move the bow so fast on the forte that there isn't enough bow left for the long piano note.